Hey guys, let me explain. I've been busy over the past few months and over the past few years or so in writing up in authoring my legal article, The New Societies. I finished doing so 2 years ago for the most part. In January 2022, I'm pretty sure that's around that particular time. It's perfect. It's clearly genius. It's not just articulate and it's not just literate. It's shockingly intelligent. It's shockingly intelligent. I have never been to McDonald's to apply to any job at McDonald's. You guys are not going to say that I've had covers applying for me. Letitia James, Attorney General of New York, you are under arrest. We're going to rearrest you, and this time around you're going to submit to prosecution and you're going to submit to the judgment. This time around you are going to acknowledge. Well, I just had that's my security. I just got to make sure that everything is copacetic around here regarding my safety. But anyway, you guys can hear it. You guys can hear it from time to time, right? But anyway, uh, yeah, Letitia James, Attorney General of New York, you are under arrest. The FBI and being audited. And these are not any confessions to anything, okay, or implication of anything. When I use these words, I want you guys to know this again. All right, so I've been audited all over the country, but over the past few months and so forth, and focusing on transcribing all of the work reports and the audit reports and my work papers and authoring them and focusing on that specifically more so than anything else. I've only focused on audit in a few stores around the area and households, but especially Dollar Tree is going to serve as some sort of a model for keeping the shelves stocked at convenience and discounts at supermarkets and so forth all throughout the country, especially over the next 5 years, concerning what I've detailed. And I focused on one or two fast food restaurants to make sure that everything is standard. I've audited so many fast food restaurants all over the country without necessarily being a customer at all, And usually, when I'm a customer, when I'm just checking things out, I might just buy a hamburger, a cheap hamburger, and so forth. I'm not really a fast food restaurant eater. I like cooked meals, and I like going out to restaurants, cuisine restaurants. But yes, so that's what I meant. So, I'm going to get back to having a corporate identity. I'm going to get back to eating at cuisine restaurants, to getting my cars back, moving to Coral Gables in South Florida. That's going to happen over the next few weeks, actually over the next 2 months and so. I'm going to be officially a wealthy man, and even superficially a wealthy person, and superficially and in reality. But I just wanted to document the hard work I've endured over the past 10, 15 years or so. And I've never been minimalistic. I've been maximalistic, for the most part in doing work. As you can see, I'm the hardest working person on the planet. I'm pretty sure of it, and by far. And if anyone who can test that based on the evidence, everything they have seen, is delusional clearly. Just does not like our particular doctrine, or my particular doctrine adopted by the Central Intelligence Agency and Interpol. And yeah, so I have a real job. I am the chief manager of the United States government, and its partnerships. And McDonald's is not what I mean by partnerships, and McDonald's corporate office is not what I mean by the United States government, and that's not a corporate identity I'm going to take up. I need you guys to stop with the silly stuff, okay? And stop saying get a real job and inferring that I'm supposed to work at a fast food restaurant. That was never going to happen. We were testing you guys' conscience. Do you understand, Letitia James? Letitia James, do you understand? Attorney General of New York, we caught you at the hotel. We have all of the receipts and stuff. You've been here in Florida, living, having vacation, spending vacation here in Florida just to harass and torture me in your mind. And you commit to doing so, and by intent. You thought you were going to have me murdered several times, and we have it documented, all recordings of your conversations, Attorney General Letitia James, regarding the state of New York. You are here in Florida, and everyone has seen you. You're not gonna take a charter jets back to New York and have it documented on recordings and say, well, we have all evidence that you've been in New York the whole time. We have that documented too. Federal agents are still laughing at Letitia James for thinking that she's the Madame of the United States government, and that's how things work in the United States. And that Shawn Dexter is still foreign-minded, that he just does not understand what she's trying to communicate. Middle-aged woman, you're in a lot of trouble, and you're not going to get me in trouble. Me being rooted in the African American community does not mean I'm innately or inherently of association to you or folks of your character. You're not a boss in your mind or in reality. You're just a wicked person who's trying to get a pension from the federal government of the United States, aside a pension from the state of New York, aside a subsidiary benefits from the state of Florida. And you want to kill all folks who says that law and standard and policy are the laws or the rules of the United States government. Okay, so Letitia James. Uh, I'm gonna have to communicate. Okay, hold on. My voice might actually sound a bit different in here, but I'm going to have to explain this. Letitia James, I'm not leaving the United States of America. I'm not going to walk into any portal into any other country. We are joking around with you, Letitia James, and stop saying that I don't have the technology to do so, and that's the only reason I haven't done so. We are joking around with you, Letitia. We are testing your conscience. You said yes to murdering too many individuals in New York. We brought you down here to Florida to test your conscience without you knowing. You're a wanted woman in New York, and everyone knows it. We caught you, Letitia James. We got you. Okay, so prepare for your punishment. I'm going to give you a month to figure out a way how to apologize expressly and without anticipating me being harmed or murdered. Young woman, you're going to have to humble yourself. Middle-aged woman, you're going to have to humble yourself. Let go of your old belief system. Immigrants are not a secondary class. They're not demoted by nature or law into second-class citizenship if they are naturalized or accepted into the country or whatever the hell you thought on that particular matter. We know what you were communicating, but we don't know if you know how to articulate what you were actually thinking in American professional language or technical terms. You're so grossly incompetent. You've never gone to college. You have never attended a course in law school. You are grossly incompetent, Letitia James. Okay? And we are going to arrest you again. We are going to arrest you. The FBI is going to arrest you again via the instruction of Interpol and the Central Intelligence Agency per my directive. And this time around, you're going to obey the law, and you are not going to say that you have exemption or immunity or government privilege. You're not going to assert any of these stuff as defenses or defenses, or however you want to pronounce it, young woman. But anyway, you're not going to assert any sort of defense or pre-defense or any of that. This is not a moot trial. This is not a mock trial. This is not a moot court. None of that is actually going on. We've audited you, and you are one of the subjects of our audit, and the reason to why the Central Intelligence Agency, the United Nations Security Council, and Interpol are going to do what they are going to do with the rest of the world, backing the abolition of nuclear weapons, nuclear warfare, and banning closed borders. We're going to ban closed borders. That's what we're going to do over the next 20, 30 years or so, completely. We're going to start with the EAA regarding the Americas. Stop saying that's a retarded conclusion. Stop saying that I have not communicated any lawful or nominal judgment yet. Woman, you are under arrest. You are being chased around by the U.S. Marshals. You're going to have to leave these buildings, and you're going to have to stop requesting charter jets. Okay, so guys, this is Dollar Tree. This is still March the 7th of 2024. And you can see this particular Dollar Tree. It actually does, it's always, I guess, how do you say it? Restocking. And this is not any reference to any criminal activity or anything. This is not any cover up of any criminal activity. I am covering up some of the false assessment of my earlier correspondences dating back to years and those more recently over the past few weeks. False assessments or inaccurate, grossly inaccurate assessments purported me as some sort of drug dealer covering up unlawful activities by using the Central Intelligence Agency in reality or as a cover. And that's horror. That's horrible. That's horrid. I'm not going to be able to live with that. Okay? All right. So as you can see, all right, it's the same store. It's the same Dollar Tree. Same Dollar Tree. Same Dollar Tree. Same Dollar Tree. I'm not lying. I'm not lying at all. So yeah, and we were just over the past 5 minutes or so. We just looked at I just looked at one of the computer screens, and we saw that one of the NSA agents was saying, well, he was eating crack today, and he had it covered up. He had it covered up. He bought milk cheese yesterday. We think it's a cover for making and eating crack. And we just saw he had some crumbs on his face. He's just taking down video logs right now, and he has some crumbs on his face. We just can't handle him being around our wives and stuff like that because he's so handsome and they know he's Jesus Christ. We just get very scared. I want you guys to know what we are documenting. Okay? None of you guys' correspondences or communications are going to go undetected or undeciphered. Okay? Everything is being saved in our computer programs all throughout the country. We have so many backups. I want you guys to understand what you guys are dealing with. I've never done crack. I've never done cocaine. I've never done whatever else. I told you guys. You know, a few times I did smoke hemp. I guess that's what it's called at Howard University, acting as if I was smoking marijuana or unlawful cannabis. Okay, I am not a criminal. I'm not criminal in nature, obviously. I want you guys to accept that. That's a fact. And I disdain having had to smoke hemp to be able to get the job done in audit in the FBI. Okay, we noticed that everyone who got caught smoking hemp or unlawful marijuana or illicit marijuana in the white community or at white colleges were let go. We have no records, no citation, nothing whatsoever. They would just be allowed to go on with their lives. And that's not going to make white people happy moving forward. Okay? Just a few illiterate government workers are in belief that they are maintaining power with me acknowledging that without me having been forceful in abolishing it all throughout the country. They have hope. They have hope in the materiality of purported power, badges, uniform, over good. Okay, I want you guys to know what we are dealing with. I have to respect the right of Satan to exist. And Satan is not a white devil or the white devil. Satan is a force that's contracted to challenge humanity's progress by arguing that human beings are sinful and too imperfect in nature to be let out of hell. Okay, I want you guys to know that. I clearly don't look like Satan. Do you guys understand? And I've never looked like Satan. I promise you. And what does Satan look like in the first place? But anyway. So, yes, I'm going to have to document. This is still March the 7th.
I've been working nonstop to establish immediate ceasefire.
It's 9:56
for 6 weeks to get all the prisoners released.
In Orlando, Florida. Yesterday,
to get hostages home.
Last night,
ease the intolerable and having
Joe
humanitarian
Biden
crisis
actually gave
and
the State
build
of the
toward
Union
an enduring,
speech.
something more enduring.
And as you can see,
now, while these
so everything is documented.
down, there is still hope for the future.
We said some of the NSA agents said that we're going to say there's a national security threat, and we're going to communicate to all Americans that we have to communicate that the State of the Union speech was actually given on a different date, so that we can actually change the data information and this and this and that. That's not going to work. We have everything documented. Okay, so right now it's 8:28 a.m. in London, United Kingdom.
Has said the onus is very firmly
And right
on
now,
Hamas. Indeed, in the State of the Union
it's,
address, President Biden saying that all Hamas has to do to end
It's
its war tomorrow
9:58
is to release the hostages, to lay down its arms,
in,
and to hand over the hostages.
in Central Florida, here in the United States, Eastern Time. That's what the television says, okay? That's what the television says. They said that makes no sense, okay? So
no
here, we
chance
just caught you
whatsoever
guys.
of a deal being done.
All right,
in time
everything
for the
is
start of Ramadan on
documented.
Sunday.
Kim, I appreciate that. Elliot Gawkin
It
live
makes no
in
sense,
London.
right?
You can tell how well he
Gotcha.
did by how annoying Republicans are.
Okay, guys. So once again, this is how I generally speak. I speak with a generic American accent, and at Howard University, I spoke with an African American like accent for the most part. And sometimes I did sound like Caribbean, like every once in a while, regarding a few words here and there. I had an obscure American accent for the most part. This is how I sound. I sound very intellectual, very professional. Usually, I do have a deep voice, but sometimes I do know how to slow down and sound like an African American, locally or socially speaking. So I might say, well, this is real, man. For you understand, man. This is real. All right, you understand, and so forth. I might say that, and so prototypically African American when undercover or when doing what I need to do. Professionally speaking and communicating with the African Americans from the spectrum of the African American community. All right, so and when I go to the store on a daily basis, when I take my daily walk or jog, and when I go to the store, I'm not communicating that I'm going on with my life and that that folks are telling me to go on with my life, and I perceive that going on with my life meaning walking to the store and coming right back to the house after someone beats me up. That's not happening. None of that is actually going on. I want you guys to accept that. Okay? So once again, yeah, I might be able to sound Caribbean like every once in a while. If I do have to, just to demonstrate to you guys how I pulled off what I pulled off at Howard University when I audited UDC law, and when I did my law school at St. Thomas University College of Law. Back then it was the School of Law in Miami Gardens. So how are you, man? How are you? Are you doing all right? Good, good. All right. All right, yeah, boy. Okay, okay, yeah, boy. I understand. I understand. That's what I sounded like every once in a while. I sounded African American with a weird like Caribbean, a sort of a tint, and I even apparently sounding gullah at times. Not gullah, but gullah. All right. So I'm not just a genius. Intellectualism as an agent, I'm literally the best agent this world has ever had, and I've always been. Okay, I'm the greatest agent in the world, not the greatest joke in the world. And you guys are going to have to accept that. Okay? All right, guys. So, what I'm uploading today on YouTube is not of different individuals speaking or taking over the camera phone and sounding similar but different enough so that everyone knows those are multiple individuals. No, this is me at all times. I've demonstrated that it has always been me when it's clearly has been me in corresponding with you guys or communicating with you guys or articulating what I've authored. It's always been me. No one else can copyright my work. No one else can steal my work without losing everything they own, including what they perceive as owning lawfully or unlawfully, including my work. Including my work. I want you guys to know that. So my security, okay, yeah, kick him out. Kick him out right away. No, you're not going to speak to my staff and explain to them that they need to communicate every 30 minutes. They'll be able to communicate with you guys on a daily basis. Okay, just shut the door on you. Okay, well go speak with Travis. Go speak with Travis. Okay, I'm speaking to Travis. Okay, hold on. Guys, hold on. All right. Yeah, you can speak to Travis. He's not gonna slam the door every time you guys show up. Just make sure that the computer appropriates the right sort of information to us. When we meet with the agents, we don't want to have any sort of confusion. Don't show up here and beg of my security to start acting crazy. Okay? They just want you guys out of the house as soon as possible so everyone can do their job all across Central Florida to make sure that the security apparatus is solid enough for my mother when she gets there. All right? Go speak with the right agents and make sure that they communicate with Howard University and elsewhere. All right? Nothing crazy is going on around here. Okay? This is not a national security threat. You guys are the national security threat. Don't debate our objective. The Interpol is not some sort of foreign agency. We're serious. The Central Intelligence Agency is not secretly a foreign agency. I explained. Go on with your life. When I see you guys again, be proper, okay? My security won't allow you guys to get here the next time around, okay? So stop complaining about this young man, this middle-aged man slamming the door on you guys. When you guys say the wrong thing, go on with your life. All right, so anyway, I want you guys to do that's okay. Yeah, so that's who I am. All right, so I want you guys to be completely okay with our objective. Are you doing all right, Michael? Michael? Oh, God. What did he say to you? You can show the flashcards. Just explain what he said to you. And you can send it. Okay, I'll speak to him instead. Okay, I'll be able to speak. Okay, so you slammed the door for a reason. All right, I can see. All right. He slammed the door for a reason. Yeah, they keep asking them to get a new staff of security. But anyway. So that's the reality, guys. I'm going to be able to help you guys out a bit. Without detriment to myself, you guys are not going to be able to enter my financial accounts or anything. That's not how I'm going to help you guys. You guys are going to work with the Treasury to be able to be compensated well enough to, in working with Interpol and the Central Intelligence Agency with a whole bunch of our folks trying to get in the way of the age of integration or the order of integration. Okay, so just accept that. All right, guys. And sir. So everything is all right, right? Yeah. So Mike,
all right.
So Michael is now.
I just washed those towels yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah,
I send them back to the hotel. I sent them back to the hotel. He's just gonna have to calm down. He just sent them to the hotel. Told them to get the hell out of here. Go speak to the right agency. He's very pissed at this particular point. All right. So I'll fire him if he does not know how to communicate with other staff team. They cannot start getting irate and stuff, saying that they are saying that he's incompetent. I don't know why he gets too mad, but anyway. All right, so okay, guys. So things are gonna work out perfectly. Okay.